Israel has issued mass evacuation warnings for people in northern Gaza before its military intensifies fighting against Hamas. It comes as the US President Donald Trump lobbies for a ceasefire deal to end the 20-month-old war. Palestinians are again mourning the dead from an Israeli airstrike that hit a tent camp in the besieged Strip. Gazan authorities say dozens of people have been killed in a series of Israeli attacks over the weekend. Residents of Gaza City and Jabalia are now being told to move south, with the Israeli military flagging it will step up and expand its operations westward. Gazans say nowhere is safe.
A month ago, they told us to go to Al-Mawasi, and we stayed there for a month. It's a safe zone. At 12 a.m, a strike hit them. This is the occupation's injustice.
We have been living in this for 2 years. We did not see a truce. They are killing the people. We have nothing to do with anything. What did we do wrong for them to do this to us? I have young children. Those injured, the oldest one is 16 years old. I don't know what we did for them to do this to us. They were hit while they were sleeping and they died.
The Israeli Prime Minister says new opportunities have opened up after the country's 12-day war with Iran. A court has accepted Benjamin Netanyahu's request to delay his testimony in his long-running corruption trial. That's on diplomatic and security grounds. He's told members of Israel's domestic intelligence service that his focus is now on bringing abductees back from Gaza.
I want to inform you that many opportunities have now opened up following this victory. First and foremost, to rescue the hostages. Of course, we will also need to resolve the issue of Gaza to defeat Hamas, but I believe we will achieve both missions. Beyond that, broad regional opportunities are opening up.
Donald Trump, who brokered the truce between Israel and Iran, has signalled there could be movement on a possible ceasefire in Gaza within the next week, and is urging progress on getting the remaining hostages out. But as he presses ahead to resolve that conflict, the US president is continuing to face questions over the extent of the damage caused by US strikes on Tehran's nuclear program. It's now been more than a week since Mr. Trump ordered B-2 stealth bombers to drop 13,500-kilogram bunker-buster bombs on the deeply buried Fordo enrichment plant southwest of Tehran. The US also struck sites at Natanz and Isfahan. Leaked preliminary intelligence has suggested the US intervention only set back Tehran's nuclear program by a few months. And while officials say it will take time before a full assessment can be made, Mr. Trump is sticking by his claim that Iran's atomic assets have been obliterated.
They did obliterate it, it turned out. Then we had to suffer the fake news, where the fake news in CNN and the New York Times was saying, well, maybe it wasn't as good as Trump said. Maybe it wasn't totally obliterated, but it was destroyed, but not just horrible. And I could see it happening. And they tried to build that into a story. And then it turned out, no, it was obliterated like nobody's ever seen before. And that meant the end to their nuclear ambitions, at least for a period of time.
But the International Atomic Energy Agency has also cast doubt on the effectiveness of the US strikes. The head of the UN's nuclear watchdog, Rafael Grossi, says Iran could be producing enriched uranium in a matter of months. On a visit to Israel, Germany's interior minister stressed Tehran cannot be allowed to advance its nuclear capabilities.
This nuclear program is a real threat to Israel's right to exist, but also a threat beyond that, including to Europe. Therefore, on one hand, it was understandable and correct to destroy this nuclear program, and on the other hand, it was also clearly signaling to Iran that Israel, the USA, and others like Germany cannot accept Iran continuing to research and build an atomic bomb.